Hi, I'm Weston. I love talking about the Rangers, and I'm here to talk about Game 3 of the Eastern Conference Finals, where the Rangers lose 3-2 to the Tampa Bay Lightning, and this one hurts a bit. I have a lot of things that I want to say, so this is going to be a bit discombobulated. Try to bear with me, and I will try to put it together as orderly as I possibly can. But the Rangers lose a game that was very, very just gut-wrenching for us to lose, if we're being honest with each other. Let's breeze through the goals and events and then try to just get to the end of it, and then I'm going to have my piece about it. First goal, the Rangers score in the second period. Mika Zibanejad clapper. Mika's having just a heck of a playoff run. Third league-wide in playoff scoring behind McDavid and Draisaitl, which basically means he's first because those two are not players. They are cyborgs, specifically McDavid. Beautiful shot. He got fed a couple of slappers on that power play, and he cashed one in. The Rangers take a 1-0 lead. After that, again on a power play, Mika Zibanejad slap shot, and Kreider rebound, tucks it on in, and the Rangers have a 2-0 lead in the second period over the Tampa Bay Lightning. And man, after that it fell apart. It was falling apart before that, if we're being honest, but after that, it really fell apart. Very soon after the Kreider goal, the Lightning on their very own power play catch the Shesterkin going east to west, and Nikita Kucherov scores to make it a 2-1 game, cutting the lead in half. And it's a power play goal. I don't like blaming goalies on power play goals. Man, if Shesterkin just has his stick on the ice that doesn't go in, it's a bummer, but it's 2-1. But you leave the second period and you still have a lead, so that's a positive. Please don't cough it up. I will briefly mention this, and then this will probably lead later on into the game, and I'll come back to it. Pat Maroon with some shenanigans after the whistle in the second period. And this isn't after the whistle, oh, keep your head up, buddy. This is the period has ended. Why are you doing this? I don't know how he didn't get a penalty here. It was a bad call. I didn't appreciate it. I thought it was rough, to say the least. And we go into the third period, and the Rangers take a penalty. Neat. Frank Vatrano steamrolls Andrei Vasilevsky. Was he pushed a bit? Yeah, maybe don't go flying that fast into the offensive zone towards the goaltender, Frankie. You know that goaltenders do not like being touched. Please, love of God, don't do that. Don't give them any momentum. Ah, crap. Because of course it has to be Steven Stamkos power play slap shot to score a beautiful goal. And I'm sad it's now 2 apiece. And for the rest of the third period, it was a Tampa Bay clinic for getting shots on goal. The Rangers were smoked like fish in the third period. Shesterkin gave his best attempt at keeping this game tied and maybe force overtime, but with a hair over 40 seconds left, Andre Palat scores. Beautiful shot. Nothing Igor can do about it. And the Lightning win 3-2. Now, here's my thing about this game. I have a few things, actually. One, the officiating was not good. However, I'm going to say this. Was the officiating bad? Yeah, it was. You know what was worse? Giving up 51 shots to the Tampa Bay Lightning. That's considerably worse than the officiating. Were there some questionable calls? Yeah, sure. I thought Tampa got away with a lot of stuff. I thought we got called for some stuff that shouldn't have been called. Still gave up 51 shots, a franchise record for a regulation game for the Tampa Bay Lightning. A team that for the past few years, just so we're clear, has been built on offense! Oh, there were some bad calls, some stuff didn't go your way. That sure is a bummer. Were the refs the reason that you spent over 25% of this game in your own defensive zone? What's that? They weren't? Hark! It was the regularly scheduled defensive meltdown for the Rangers. I can't emphasize it enough. 51 shots for the Tampa Bay Lightning. Again, Shesterkin did incredible. It shouldn't have even been a 1-goal game. It should have been significantly worse than that. And here's the thing. Even if you want to remove power play shots, you still get outshot by 13. You still get outshot 43-30. And I got to emphasize that enough. Actual this game, you got outshot by over 20 shots. In a, not just a playoff game, my good sirs, in a conference final game. We had, out of our 5 defensemen, I thought one who had a good game. Fox had a not great game. Lindgren looked not great. Trouba was strange. He took 3 penalties, and honestly, I'm not sure any of the 3 should have been called. I'm just gonna level with you. Call me biased. I probably am. I like Trouba a good deal. But even beside that, he didn't have a particularly great game. I thought he had one incredible play where it was like a 3-on-1, and he laid this great pick to block 2 players and then also block the shot. But, you know, one great play really isn't gonna save the rest of it. Miller had a fine game. Big shock there. He had a couple of great plays. Almost the play of the playoffs where he completely pickpockets a Lightning on their power play, takes it to the other end with Barclay Goodrow on a 2-0-1 and feeds Goodrow, but then it banks off the crossbar, which broke my heart because, man, oh man, was that a great play by Keandre Miller, but that's beside the point. Brendan Schneider looked completely lost, and not even Google Maps could have helped him, and Justin Braun was fine, but as a 6th defenseman, what do you expect? And what sucks about this game, what hurts the most about it, is no, you didn't deserve to win this game at all. Not whatsoever. And you can use analytics to see that. Money puck, deserve to win-o-meter, expected goals. You can really use that as a good example. The other thing you could do is this wild thing. It's use your eyes and watch the game! You looked not good. Defensively, it was, again, a liability in our own end. But, and this is the but, I feel the same way about this as I did Game 2 against Carolina, where they looked infinitely better than you in Game 2 against Carolina. But, here's the but, it was only a 1-goal loss. You lose 2-0, but it was, again, the second goal was like 3 seconds left on an empty net. You lost 1-0 that game. So, like, yeah, you didn't deserve to win it, but you were that close. You had ample opportunity to. You just couldn't give Shesterkin much to work with. He played a great game today. He played a great game in that game against Carolina back in Game 2. And again, lost them. Yeah, you didn't deserve it, but you were that close. You want the silver linings? There are some, believe it or not. Again, Igor played a beautiful game. He was otherworldly this afternoon. It was the only reason you only lost by 1. There is absolutely nothing wrong with him. This wasn't like the Pittsburgh games in Pittsburgh's first 2 where the offense was still playing okay, but Shesterkin was getting lit up like a Christmas tree. This was just the defense physically couldn't stop anything. Like, you know the meme of the don't enter or do, I'm a sign, not a cop. That was our defensive pairs today. But Shesterkin played great. The offense only scored 2 goals, and yeah, both of them were on the power play, but man, the offense seemed good. They were buzzing. They had opportunities. Vasilevsky played a really nice game. So the positives are 2 of the 3 facets of your team are still working well. One facet wasn't and was really not working, but I don't see this as an embarrassing loss. But you disobeyed the one rule about playoff series like this, against teams like this. You let them off the mat. I don't care if it's the President Trophy winner or the 16th seed in the entirety of the playoffs. Don't let them off the mat! You had a 2-0 lead in this game halfway through. You had a 2-1 lead with only 20 minutes left, and that would have made it 3-0 in the series, where it is virtually a death sentence, especially since 2 of the remaining 4 games would be back in Madison Square Garden. But instead, you let them off the mat. You let them get up and catch their breath. That's a no-no. Weston, and weren't you just going on a spiel about how the Rangers didn't deserve to win? I was, but crap, what's that thing they could have done during the game to avoid losing? Oh yeah, adjust! Losing any game, especially an Eastern Conference final game, is the wrong way to lose a game. But letting a team that is that good score the goal to win the game with 40-some seconds left is the most wrong way to lose a game. So I think I've said my piece. Game 4 is on Tuesday, 8 p.m. in Amalie Arena, and I am just so very excited to say this. I'm going to be there. I'm going to be at Game 4, so the video is going to be very strange because it's not going to be this set. It's going to be my grandparents' condo over in Tampa, so different scenery. It's going to be very late and a little bit different. Hopefully, we're talking about making Game 5 an elimination game back in Madison Square Garden, and not the fact that we left Tampa tied to a piece. Please don't make the video that we left Tampa tied to a piece. But I'll be here after that to talk about it, so that's all I have to say for the afternoon. Thank you all so very much for watching. I hope you all have an absolutely fantastic day, and as always, go Rangers.